you look at this game, you had that 15-point lead at one point, in the first half. It was a 1-point game. But what changed? What was your message at halftime? And what did you like in that second half?
Yeah, it was an interesting game, just the way we started, which was great to see the focus. That part of it was really good. We just thought about, we got back-to-back, we got 5 and 7, so we're trying to use a lot of bodies the first half. We were throwing that ball to the other team in the first half a little bit. Ended up being a 1-point game, so we were in good shape. We had minutes. Then third quarter we came out. Overall, we just said we just got to take care of the basketball, try to keep them off the boards even though they continue to go, and then we'd be okay. So had a lot of minutes left in the second half to use.
Jacque, what got Kyrie rolling?
It's interesting, a pretty slow first half, and part of that was me conserving, substitution part of it, knowing that we would have minutes in that second half, and doesn't take too much. He's gifted, talented, he can score on any court. Got a couple to go his way, and once that happens, off you go.
This team's had, for lack of a better term, concentration issues when they face some shorthanded squads. I mean, the Lakers obviously without LeBron. Sacramento, we know obviously what happened to Philly. What, I guess, was your message to them today that they need to start taking teams seriously no matter who was missing?
Yeah, it really was a standard that we have to have for each other. And that part of it is, we talked a little bit about it, is finishing plays. You didn't see as many breakdowns at the end of plays tonight. The concentration level. So a big piece of that is just holding each other in a higher standard. And I thought from the beginning of the game you saw that a lot more talk from each other, a lot more communication, a lot more demand of each other, which was great to see also.
What's been the biggest maturation in Nick Claxton's game from even last season to now?
For me, seeing him when we first drafted him to now, I think the ability to play on a nightly basis, to get your mind and your body ready to – right now he's starting for us. And so the matchups are different. Tonight you have a longer athletic guy that you're guarding. A few nights ago you might have been guarding a bigger guy that is 40 pounds stronger than you. And so how do you mentally and physically prepare yourself on a nightly basis? We see him get better at it.
You talk about the demanding of their teammates. I mean, was Kevin an example of that? I mean, it looked like he was explaining to Joe how he wanted something done defensively.
Yeah, which was great. Brian, it really was, our film session this morning was very open, and let's talk about some of these scenarios that are happening. And because we want that to continue onto the court. And so really trying to get this group to open up, demand of each other, talk out there on the floor. It's a huge part of us being better defensively. When the team hold each other accountable, that's what you want.
In what ways can it be confidence boosting and encouraging that Kevin can only take 10 shots, score 12 points, and you can still get a win?
And he feels totally, great about it after the game, which was great to see him in the locker room, excited that, multiple people in double digits. He always says that's team basketball right there, and that was a prime example tonight.
Coach, do you think that right now, especially with these last games from Ben Simmons, Simmons, Irving, and Durant are reaching together the expected level from three together?
We hope so. It's still early for this group. They really haven't played together. And, Ben, as you see, is just feeling better physically, which is helping us. For him to go coast to coast and get easy baskets for us, to push the pace for us, to get open shots for everybody else. And they're learning how to play with him and play with his pace. So hopefully we're growing. Those combinations going to change as we get healthier, and they'll continue to play better with each other.
I don't know, do you think a lot of times Simmons has been criticized for his lack of shooting? In his case in that case with Irving and Durant, do you think that is even better for you that Ben Simmons doesn't take a lot of shots?
I think it's a luxury. Most people in basketball want to score the basketball all the time and thinking about scoring. You got a guy that is not thinking about scoring but making his teammates better majority of the time that he's on the floor. that's a luxury. He really enjoys getting other people involved, and when we can surround shooting with him, pretty tough to guard.
Jacque, what's clicked for him since LA?
Nick, I think it's really the body piece, really coming into the game. And, I think he was at maybe 14, 15 minutes at halftime, and he was telling me to put him back in, the last 3 minutes of the half. And I said, just hold off. But he said, I feel good. And then when he's telling me he feels good, I think he's telling himself that he feels good and he wants to play more, which is great.
Thanks, man.
Okay, guys.